it does not seem real. But anyways, it was very scary. I am still shaking a little bit because turned out to eat my entire shoe, so what a mess. My favorite trail so far. Hello everyone, this is day 3 of us exploring the Faroe Islands, and we're now at Klakkur trail parking. And if you want to find the exact parking spot, you need to type on Google Klakkur trailhead. I will leave it on the screen. But just know that right now in September 2024, the road is pretty bad. So if you don't have a bigger car, I wouldn't really recommend you to come all the way up here because it was a bit scary at some point because we were slipping on the rocks when trying to go up, so it was a bit weird. Some people leave the car in the town and they go up by foot. That is a bit long, so you will decide on the spot what you want to do. Maybe in the future they will build this road because I saw that they are working on it, so maybe when you travel it will be better. But anyways, it was very scary. I am still shaking a little bit because at one point it was very scary. But right now it's okay, and we are going out and start exploring. So I will let you know how this trail is, how difficult it is, and show you viewpoints around. So the scary part I was telling you about is next to these two big cars. So I was scared of going that way downhill, so that was scary. Anyways, it seems like there it is raining a lot. Hopefully it is not coming towards us, and this is a very pretty city, and here is the parking lot, and there is some info about the trail with Mike doing his homework. Anyways, yes, this will be a pretty crazy hike, but if you haven't watched my previous hike that I've already posted, in that one we got lost in a literal snowstorm on top of a hill where there was nobody else, so that was also crazy. So welcome to this one again. Here in the video you can see a few details about this trail, and let's get started because this will be quite interesting. So we started from that way and we are crossing a small lake, and it's funny, we're joking because there is a saving, I don't know what it's called, but I showed you, and I don't know what Mike is doing here. Anyways, we are going this way and the weather is amazing. As you can see, it's not raining, there is not much wind, so everything is good. The path is pretty well maintained so far. So one short notice, be very careful what you're stepping on, because what seemed to be just a normal mud path turned out to eat my entire shoe. So basically now I have a shoe fully covered in mud and that was pretty funny, but it's kind of sad because I have to wash them and I don't know if they will be ready in time for another hike tomorrow, but that was kind of funny. Look at that, what a mess. So the view was incredibly beautiful, but if you look closely you will see that at this point the path was not even a path anymore, it was just mud everywhere. But you will see a few details about that a little bit later. But anyways, you can also see Mike right now rethinking his life choices and how he got here. And anyways, we will keep on going even though the path is getting worse and worse. That will be a lot of fun and we'll see how that goes. We are trying to find the best way to walk over here because look around us, like, oh, this is a mess. Another interesting experience about this hike was that there was no one around us. As you can see, I think this is how it feels like to be literally the last humans on Earth, just walking on random places and seeing absolutely no one, and other than buildings, no signs of life. But anyways, you could see that there was also a football field over there. So I wonder, with the weather of the Faroe Islands, with the rain and with all the wind, how their experience with football football is, but I guess that will just remain one of my curiosities. But anyways, you can see that we did not have any trail left. Literally, we were just walking in random mud. So we have reached the summit, I think the highest point of Klakkur, and we can see the Kalsoy island over here. It is so beautiful, as you can see around me. Like it does not seem real. The way we are seeing it right now, it is so beautiful. And we're also having a literally 360-degree view of everything around here. So I think this is my favorite trail so far in the Faroe Islands. Like, look around me, this does not seem real. Literally seems to be taken out of a movie. So now you can see the child in me that was so happy to be in this place that literally seems like paradise, and I was just so amazed because this was like anything else I've ever seen before, as you can imagine. And let this be your sign to travel to the Faroe Islands. Even if it is a little bit expensive, it is not that bad. I have another video in which I'm covering the costs and a lot of tips for you to save money while traveling to the Faroe Islands. It is probably my first video from the Faroe Islands, so if you are curious about that, make sure you check it out because it will be 100% worth it, and I am fully recommending you to come here because there is nowhere in this world that is like the Faroe Islands. I can say that Iceland comes a little bit closer because the views are pretty similar, but still this place is really unique. But anyways, you can see that we were getting closer and closer to the maximum point where we could walk, and the view was getting even better. But the crazy part here was literally the weather, because we could see the sky, it was pretty sunny, so the weather is changing minute by minute. But anyways, another very fun fact about the Faroe Islands, I was filming a helicopter right now. So you may not know this, but the Faroe Islands among tourists is known for a place where you can ride a helicopter for a pretty low price, because here, believe it or not, the helicopter is considered as a public transport. So basically you can go from island to island by helicopter. You can book the tickets on the airplane website. So that is pretty mind-blowing, but be aware that you can take only a one-way ride, so you have to go back by ferry. If I remember correctly, this was made so that tourists do not abuse the helicopters, so they have to complicate themselves a little bit. They have to take a ferry and then return by helicopter. But anyways, we are back in the town that I've shown you from above right now, and you can see it is super small and cute. And I'm curious, would you live here or would you find it way too lonely because it is far away from everything and it is pretty small? But anyways, now the video has come to an end. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and also to subscribe. I have a lot of amazing places from all over the world that I want to share with you, so if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!